Today we are anti-hauling. Consider this my active rebellion for the month. Rage Against the Machine. All right, so let's just get into it. So first up on the docket, so we have the Garnet palette from BH Cosmetics. This palette is the beginning of a 12 palette series. So they're gonna put out a palette every month. I believe each palette is gonna be representative of the birthstone for that month. I don't really like palettes that are like this, where all of the pans are not the same size, because you see you have the Garnet. I understand, I can make sense of it because the big shade is the birthstone shade, and that makes sense to me. But still, I would have preferred that it was just an 8-pan palette, or even if they could have done a good 6-pan palette, that would have been awesome. I don't think this palette is terrible, but it does bore me a little bit. These names are also really cute. Loyal, Go-Getter, Works It, Productive, like that's cute. I like that. So okay, I like the idea, I like the concept. I'm not excited about this color story, so I'll be curious to see how things progress. My birthday's in March, so I personally don't have to wait all year to see what my birthstone's gonna look like, and I'm kind of excited. Am I excited? Actually, is that a lie? I am excited, but I'm also not getting my hopes up too high because it could be really ugly. I'm not really feeling this one in particular, but if mine is good. What is the birthstone for March? Aquamarine. Oh hell yeah. So we're gonna get like a blue situation. Now listen. Okay, no, I like that. Okay, I'm excited. So basically, this is a cute idea. The execution's not all the way there, but they have 11 more chances with me. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Moving on, Hourglass Cosmetics dropped a new ambient light palette. Okay, so I found out all 3 of the shades in this palette are pre-existing shades. It's like all the darkest colors they've ever made put together in a palette. That is pitiful. Hourglass, you're a loser. You suck. I just don't understand. People with deeper skin tones deserve to have things. They just do. I'm sorry that I have to break that to you. Are you not embarrassed? I actually heard that this palette doesn't even look how it does in the picture. Like in real life, it's a lot lighter than it is in the photos that they shared with us. So this photo is what it looks like on their website and like the promo photos that they're putting out. And then this is what it looks like in real life based on someone's review of the product. Yeah, that's sick. I feel like we don't need to spend more time on that. The thing I don't get is, you could be making so much more money. Literally everyone could be making so much money if they were just inclusive, if they just made people feel good about buying from them. I don't understand. You just missing out on a bag for what? For what? Hateful, just hateful. Okay, we have the MAC Sims collaboration. Okay. When I saw this promo photo, it called me a racial slur. This collaboration is insulting. Here's the thing. I could probably use about 4 out of the 9 shades in this palette. And even with that, even me saying that is like, I would have to want to use the 4 shades that I could use, and I don't even want to use those. First of all, we found out that this is actually a pre-existing palette. It's a palette that they released a few years ago and they just repackaged it as The Sims. That alone is ridiculous. You're in the makeup game. You're in the makeup game and you don't want to make, how are you in the makeup game and don't want to make makeup? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, my dad has decided to start blasting music in the garage, so okay, he just turned it down. I think maybe, okay, telepathically we just had a conversation about that. Okay, and I don't mean to make myself the baseline for whether a palette is inclusive. I'm just saying, not only is it not great, it's terrible. It's just terrible. A lot of people were like, this is what you came up with for The Sims, and I actually saw a mock version of this palette. Like someone made their version of what their collab would have looked like if it was MAC and The Sims. I think this palette is cute. I do understand this because I feel like with The Sims, it's like you're going off of maybe The Sims skin tones. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to shoot bail. Why am I trying to do that? I'm not trying to shoot bail. That doesn't even make sense. First of all, because The Sims isn't even inclusive. Let's move forward. Oh, okay. And next we have ColourPop. So with ColourPop, they're releasing these new 5-pan palettes. So they're releasing 5 of them. My first thought was these look just like the Natasha Denona mini palettes, but way less interesting and pretty, and yeah, no, I don't like this. Okay, here's the thing. The fact that ColourPop wanted to go with the 5-pan, I think it's a great idea. It's new because we're done with the monochromatic, and I think they're aware of that. So this is a good idea, especially because they understand probably that a lot of people have a lot of makeup, and a lot of people are kind of turning to minimalism and using what they have. With that being said, I think this is a great idea, but the execution again is ugly. Okay, so we have Lyric, Crush, Cherish, Amour, and Ballad. I don't see how the names correspond with the palettes, because if the palettes were cute, I'd have no care in the world about what the names are. I feel like every color that's in this palette has already been released in a ColourPop palette. The Crush palette, again, those little that white shade all the way to the far right, I think it's your left, it's my right. Can we stop putting those in palettes? There's so many people, there's like so few people who can actually use that. Defund Eggshell Enamel because it's not working. And then Cherish looks disjointed. Amour doesn't make sense to me either. I mean, of the Baroque and Grandeur palette, which was also super fugly. Ugh. Again, a great idea, execution trash. Even BH Cosmetics did better than this. Look how the tables have turned. Oops, speaking of BH Cosmetics, that brings me to the next thing that BH released, which is in addition to their travel series palette. So we're getting a Lost in Los Angeles eyeshadow palette and the Aspen highlighter palette. On first glance, to be quite honest with you, I love this. I think this is so cute. This is cute. This is colorful, but it still looks kind of wearable. Why am I bringing this? What am I trying to say? I am not gonna buy this. I don't want this. I would probably have fun with it and be able to create a lot of looks with it, but it looks muted. I don't know, like, I'm also aware that I'm a sucker for the green and purple combo. If you put a green and a purple together, oh, I'm totally in. I also have so much makeup at this point, especially eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is my favorite kind of makeup. So with that being said, I feel like I need to, for me to buy something, at least for right now in this moment, I would want to be able to use every single color. Like WeHo, I'd have to see how these pastels perform as well, because I don't know about that. And the white, I'm pretty sure I have a white around here somewhere. I do. I have it in the Smoky Glow collab palette with Midas, which Midas is coming out with a Cool Toe Nudes palette tomorrow on the 11th. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that release, that reveal. That's gonna be I'm really excited. I hope that's really pretty, because maybe maybe I'll buy it, I don't know. Okay, I think also it's the pastels that are kind of scaring me away, because pastels just, I have not had good experience with pastels. Are there any pastels I have that I actually think are great? I don't think so. I did have the Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. They were terrible. I gave one away and I was able to return one. I'm not gonna buy it though. I'm scared. Okay. Oh my god, look at the swatches. Okay, I'm not scared anymore. Wait a minute. You know what? What's stopping me from buying this? I'm actually not sure what the reason is. Is there a reason I'm not gonna buy this? Wait. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I think the reason I'm not gonna buy it, probably have a ton of colors like this already. Fudge. I'm trying to fight consumerism here. We don't need this. Okay, moving on. The Aspen highlighter palette. This is beautiful. So the reason that I don't really go up for highlighters is because using up a whole highlighter is a lot. That takes so much time, and I don't wear highlighter enough to really use one up. I have the ABH moon child, but also the pans are so big and that makes me kind of anxious because I just know it'll never be used up, and something about that bothers me. Also, I have the Halsey highlighters coming in the mail soon. I'd rather see how I like those before I start trying to deal with other highlighters, but these are both pretty releases, so good for you, BH Cosmetics, good for you. Melt. The only thing I've ever really loved, people rave about Melt. They love Melt, and I get it, but I don't get it. I have yet to see the only color story Melt has ever put out that I was really like, ooh, is the Millennial Pinks palette, and I saw all the reviews that said that palette was just trash, so I never bought it. That's another thing. I don't understand why brands can't keep a consistent formula. It doesn't excite me. The color story is not interesting. It's neutrals and multiple pops of blue. I'm sure it performs beautifully. I just can't bring myself to care about it. If you hear music, that's my dad again. It's coming with 2 liners. I don't care about the liners. Just, yeah, I mean, I can at least say Melt doesn't put out 10 versions of Ash every year, so that's good. They always have a lot of dimension. If anything, I would probably want the Smoke collection. Don't they have like 2 weed themed palettes? I like one of those. I think it's the one that goes from like green to yellow, but it still doesn't, I don't like it enough to buy it, so there's that. This is an easy anti-haul for me. I like the name though, Blueprint. There's just so much competition now that you have to just do so much more. You have to be so much more exciting for it to be a moment, you know? Sucks for them. That's a lot of work. So, oh, how the mighty have fallen. ABH. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Look how nepotism lost. Look at the damage. Look at the havoc that nepotism has wreaked over at Anastasia Beverly Hills. This highlighter, I think that this highlighter is actually cute. Looks pleasing to my eye. I know it would apply ashy. I don't think that highlighters are all the rage right now, so I'm not sure why they would put that out. They also have a clear brow gel, and I don't know what this jar of whatever is. What is that? A lip gloss? A chapstick? I don't know. I don't want any of this. It's not even that the release is the worst part. It's that they've just left such a bad taste in my mouth. Their business practices, how Norvina has acted on social media. Here's the thing. Norvina has kind of towed the line of being the business person behind ABH. She crafts the palettes and all of that. She manages the business deals, negotiations, etc. But at the same time, it's almost like she's tried to be an influencer and have her own look. Even the photo shoots she did for her Norvina palettes were it's like Huda Beauty putting her face on her palettes. It's like, why? You could have just came up with a dope packaging, a dope aesthetic. Like, I don't know. This is what happens when you try to be influencer and brand owner at the same time, because when things go wrong with the brand, we're gonna look at you, and then when you say things that are not all the way kosher, then we look at the brand and we're like, And so Norvina, the business practices, how they've treated their employees, how they've treated people that they've partnered with. I'm sure if ABH put out a fire palette, I would be open to purchasing it, but it would have to be really good because I feel kind of just about the brand. So no thank you. Also, this release is a little tired, so moving on. Ooh, okay. So we have the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable collection. Here's the thing. This is the first thought I had, because I understand that the line is named after her album Rare, and that different products are named in reference to her career, her songs, whatever. My thing is, and it's kind of not really a critique, it's more so a thought that I've had. I bought one of her limited edition holiday palettes. It should be here in a couple days. For example, the names on that are some of the names of those shades are Gutsy, Willpower, Trust, Elevate, etc. And I like that. But at the same time, it's kind of weird because it's still makeup. So the Stay Vulnerable collection is a liquid shadow, a lip gloss, and a cream blush. Each of them comes in the same 5 shades. Each shade is a little different to add some dimension. So and it comes with a brush. With that being said, the fact that it's called Stay Vulnerable is just funny to me because you're saying stay vulnerable, but you're also putting makeup on. It's not a critique. I don't actually care that much. It's just, you know, thoughts. Thoughts, I have them sometimes. Shade range is not super great, but I do like the products that she is going with. It gives very old Hollywood vibes with the blush. It's so small. Even the photo of Selena holding it looks so small and cute. I just so pretty. I think they could have differentiated between the liquid shadows and the glosses some more though. They looked way too similar. I understand one has a gold cap, one doesn't, so I get it, but okay. But the way I think about it is her lip products all have that flat lay so that it doesn't roll off. So I know the ones with the flat top are the lip products. What's next? P. Louise, from eye base to lip base, but the lip base is really just products. P. Louise is a loser brand. I will never buy from them. The canceled collection was tired. You tried it. Get a grip. No. Next. So ColourPop also released new body milks, $18 each. That's a lot. They put them on sale for $13.50 each. I don't want the body milks. I think I just wanted to use this up as an opportunity to say I really want to try the ColourPop face milks, especially the one in avocado, because that just sounds amazing. They also have an oat version of that. Sorry, I got distracted. I want a bowl of oatmeal. I think I'm gonna make that after this video. Well, I'd have to look at the ingredients. I'm not just gonna put anything on my body, but I have to ask myself, is it exfoliating in any way? Like, does it actually clean or does it just feel good? I'm not gonna buy this. I am interested in the face milks though. That's really all I wanted to tell you. An update about me. If you've tried the face milk, tell me which one and if you liked it. Does it really feel that refreshing and good? Tarte is coming out with the Juicy Amazonian Clay eyeshadow palette. The only reason I'm bringing this up is to say that what in the Nabla swatches is going on. It almost looks interesting based on the swatches. They almost got me. Also, the swatches look messy. I don't understand why. I'm thinking maybe they made it messy because they know it's a ripoff of the Nabla swatches. Is it possible that it's not a ripoff of the Nabla swatches and this is just what they... No, it's not possible because these makeup companies watch each other. They have to. Wouldn't you be keeping tabs on your competition? This is ugly. Moving on. That's all I had to say about that. Okay, we're almost done. I am excited to talk about this one. So we're getting into the new lip product by Lawless. I've seen Lawless around. I think they've sent me, I think I've gotten a few of their Instagram ads, but I never bought from them. So they're putting out the Forget the Filler, a lip plumping line smoothing gloss. Here's my issue with this. Okay, let's start with the positive. Packaging, beautiful. Name, presentation, the applicator. Look at the applicator on that. That's cute. But then we get into the before and after shots that they provided. So here's a model with deeper skin tone. If you look at the before and after, in the after shot, her lips are parted. Her lips are parted and they still don't even look bigger. So I beg of you to ask yourself, do lip plumping glosses work? And then they posted another model. They did make her bottom lip look a little fuller, but it also looks like they downturned her mouth more. So if you see the corner of her lips, they're not level with each other. And even if it is bigger, it's not that much big. Girl, I just don't believe in lip plumpers. If you have a lip plumper that you know works, let me know, because I'm curious. I just have such skepticism with these. I don't think it's a real thing. Also, it's okay if you have small lips. Listen, as someone who has always had these lips, these are real. Thank you. I know. There was once a time, I know this may be hard to believe, where people, you know, would make fun of you for having large lips. Those days will come back around again. It's okay. It's fine. Don't waste your money on these lip plumpers. I say this with love. Again though, if I'm wrong, let me know. If you swear by a product, let me know. Lime Crime. Lime Crime came out with 2 palettes. One is called Glory, one is called Aura. This looks like the KVD virtual reality palette, the fully recyclable palette that they came out with. 9 cool toned metallic and matte eyeshadows. The packaging it's so off-brand too. Like you would think they'd come up with something more creative. So on top of having a bad formula, they decided to double down on being uninteresting and said, let's get rid of the cool packaging too. Their cool packaging was half of the sell. So I guess I don't want this. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to say. Even in the swatches, it doesn't look good. All the swatches look matte. The swatches don't even look metallic or shimmer. They don't even look shimmery. They look like satins. Trash. No thank you. Do they have any like black models on their site or their social media? Let's see. Lime Crime Instagram. There's one black girl. There's 2. There's a Black Fisher. And then lastly, we've made it to the end. Here we go. Back to ColourPop. We have the Lunar New Year collection. The lippy sticks, not gonna buy it. The Super Shock highlighter. I wanted the Super Shock highlighter for like a few weeks because the packaging, see, I have a problem. The more I speak about these things, the more I realize I have a problem. But do I really have a problem? Because I recognize it's a thing that I think. These palettes, do we need both of these? More neutrals, more pale, ashy neutrals. If you have any other ColourPop palette, you don't need either of these. These are also not even, do they even have shade name? I'm gonna have to make that ColourPop video because I just they need to be slandered, okay? All right, everyone, I think that's all I had to say. Today is Sunday, tomorrow's Monday. You might have work, you might have school, you might have chores, errands, whatever. I wish you the happiest of Mondays. If I post this tomorrow, it will be Monday, so I hope your Monday went well. It's going to go well. I had a lot of fun with you. Hope you had fun with me. See you next time.